for the second day.
Read verse 9, brother.
And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so.
Okay.
And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good.
Now look at man. The scripture is telling us that the sea and the earth are two separate entities. Because the sea is water, and the earth is dry land. Is that what we just read? That he called the dry land, he told to come out that water, earth. And the water he called what? Seas. But don't we still call this whole thing together earth? Ain't we referring to the seas with it when we say earth? When you look at the globe, the ball, you be like, that's planet what? Earth. So look at how we even take those two entities and call them one thing. Even though the Bible is clearly letting us know they are two separate things. Technically, right? Seas, earth. But we still call the whole thing together earth. Brothers and sisters, in the diagram I gave you, you saw that you got this big body of water. And you have the earth that's unseen. It's without form and void. So the earth is here somewhere, but you can't see it. But we know that there's water there, and we know that it was darkness upon the water, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep. Deep down into this water, just nothing but darkness, okay? You can't see. There was no light source. Darkness, okay? Now, if you go to the next page, you have here what we just read. You got that same thing. You got this body of water, and the face of the Spirit of God moves upon this, the face of the water. We know that the face is not inside the water, right? Is the face the top of the water? So the Spirit of God moves upon the top of this water. You still got this earth that's without form and void, and you can't see its form. And in that darkness, God did something, and he said he wanted light. And he brought forth this light, and in the light, he made night and day. Wait, hold on, I'm reading the wrong chapter. Okay. Yeah. He made light, and he already had darkness. So what was first, light or darkness? Darkness. Darkness was first. Even day. That's why even in Hebrews, our days go according to what? What start the day off? Darkness, the evening. And then you got the daytime part, which is by light. And when that light period is over, that day is finished, right? And you going into the evening of the next what? Day. So just like it was in creation, you got the evening, you got the darkness, and you got the light that he separated. And it said the darkness he called night, right? And the light part he called day. And that was the first day. And then that's when you see an evening. It said in the evening and the morning were the first day. So God did this and moved upon the face of the waters and did this. And then we about to get into the next part. So day one, the first day of creation, God has separated light from darkness, and he called the darkness night, and he called the morning day. That's why we know he's talking literal. We're not talking about good and evil and all of that. He didn't have to say, let there be light, because there always been light if he was there. I mean, you know what I mean? If you start to get into this good and evil and all that, all the allegory stuff they want to throw on Genesis. If they could throw it all into allegory, then they want to say that this didn't literally happen. So that means we don't understand how creation came forth. So that's what you got. Now what we just read goes into this next one. The second day. So I hope y'all looking at these things, because I gave them to y'all. I didn't make these for my health. Made all them copies. I could have just kept this for myself. Now, when you get into this part, he actually came into this body of water now in the second day. And he said, I want there to be a firmament. If you look at the word firmament, the word means an expanse, a space. What do they call where the moon and the stuff at anyway? Don't they call that space? Or they'll say outer space, meaning that we have a part of it too, and I guess Earth is inner space or whatever, I guess. But that we know that as space. That's what the word firmament means. It means space. An expansion, an area. He made a space or an expansion in the midst of this water, but look how he did it. He divided it this way. Where when we read what he did in the days of Moses, when he parted the Red Sea, it said that they had walls of water on the sides of them, right? and they walked through the midst of the water on dry land. So he showed you he could do it this way. But he's showing us in Genesis, he did it this way. And what did he call that firmament, brother?
Heaven.
Heaven. And then it says that he made the firmament and divided the waters under the firmament from the waters above the firmament. And you have what is called heaven and that space left. So do you know what this is even letting us know? That there is water above this heaven. There's water above it. And there is water below it. Then it says in verse 9, read verse 9.
And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so.
Now, you go here. And you see that he said, the waters that were under this space, I want them to gather into one place. And as far as we can see, they trying to find water on other planets. Poor saps. They trying to find water everywhere else to find life and all of this. But they can't find none. They found something they think is like ice on one of the top of them or something. But as far as they know, everything we know to be water in the universe is right here on this planet. Ain't that something?
Even comets have ice on it.
Look at this. Look at this. All that water gathered into one place. Okay? I've even seen pictures where they have the earth, they have all the water gathered into a ball, and then they have the firmament as a sphere, and then outside that they have that other heaven as a sphere too. That's a cool picture too, but I drew it this way. All this water is gathered into one place. And it say, he told dry land to appear. So we know that that earth, in verse 2, that was without form and that was void, it was deep down in that water. And when he divided it, that earth was still without form and void in the water that was under the firmament, right? And then when he caused that water to come into one place, then he told the earth to show your face, basically. And the earth showed itself out of that water under the firmament, brothers and sisters. And the water was called seas. So all the water under heaven is called what? Seas. But we don't know what to call this water that's above the it's still some water that's above space. And they're not going to teach you that in science because they don't know that. Now, we got that. We got land. Oh, and he also, when he told land to appear, said he told the tree, he told the herbs and the trees and everything to come forth. So y'all see my little attempt at drawing a little tree, little flower, little grass blades on that dry land called earth. Now, brother, if you would, go to, and that was the third day. Now, go to verse 14 and read that.
And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good.
Now, and also let us know that now we getting into what's known as the fourth day of creation. But the first, the second, and the third day had evening and morning cycles, didn't it? But it wasn't according to the sun and the moon. It was according to this darkness and this light. And that's a light source and a source of darkness that we just can't comprehend. Because we can't see it. We ain't never seen it. That's something also. When he separated day from night, that was a period of time. It's this comedian that I really don't like that much, but I don't hate him. I just don't like him that much because he just perpetuates this atheist view of, hey, there can't be a God. And one day I'm watching his show and he said, you really, come on. you really think that all of this happened in 6 days?